Alright, so a bit of context for this video. I did not watch Last of Us Season 1 as it happened. I watched it afterwards through New Rockstar's videos. And I was planning on doing a reaction video to the kill count that got posted on Friday to kind of be a primer for season 2, but did not have time to record it on Sunday because I was busy mowing, and so I there was no primer video before we could watch Last of Us Season 2. But I am caught up mainly through the new Rockstar long compilation video of each of their breakdowns of Season 1 and the little recap at the beginning of this episode that we're going to review. So, with all the preamble out of the way, let us talk about The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 1, which was entitled Future Days. It is 5 years after the event of Last of Us Season 1, at the tail end of Last of Us Season 1, and our gang is in Jackson, Wyoming. Ellie is a bit more resistant to Joel, and Joel is all might thinking, oh, this is just her teenage years. Teenagers, do this, but he never got to experience that with Sarah. Meanwhile, Ellie and her new friend Dina are going out on a recon mission outside of the walls of Jackson, where they encounter some very strange coincidences. Meanwhile, we are introduced to Abby for the first time, who makes it her mission to find Joel and kill him slowly. So, like I said in the beginning, mainly watched the new Rockstars videos in terms of me keeping up with Season 1, and I also love the fact that we had the recap at the beginning of this episode, and as the episode started, it was right back to that ending moment of Episode 1 where Ellie says, "Swear to me everything that you said about the Fireflies was true." And Joel said, "I swear." And Ellie said, "Okay," and they just kept moving. It was like I literally, if we're talking in game sense, it's like I literally picked up a controller, hit resume game, and we're continuing playing. It was absolutely awesome. After that, we meet up with Abby and her gang, one of which was actually played by Danny Ramirez, who was just in Brave New World, so it was nice seeing him in this. Caitlin Dever has a very interesting task in front of her, because I have heard some things about what happens in the game, so I know what kind of like the big moments are in the second game. So she's going to have a very interesting task in front of her, and I think she did a really good job of showing that the loss of her father really did affect her, and that she is very like gung-ho towards this mission of getting to Joel and killing him. So it'll be very interesting to see when a certain thing happens. It'll be interesting to see when that happens, or where that falls in the season. Another thing, like the relationship between Ellie and Dina, Bella Ramsey and Isabel Merced, who was in Alien Romulus. She was also in Madam Web. I believe she is going to be in James Gunn's Superman film as Hawkgirl, but more importantly, she was Dora in the live-action Dora movie, so that is the most important thing we need to talk. That it needs to be mentioned. But yeah, these two had a really good chemistry. I loved when they went into the supermarket. They had just a way of communicating with each other to know where the clickers and the stalkers were in the store. I thought that was really, really brilliant. The therapist scene with Joel and Gail, where Gail, Catherine O'Hara, an original character for the series, because I don't think she is tied into the games. But however, I believe she is tied in with someone in the show who's from the games, Eugene. Joel killed Eugene, and she got that off of her chest and said, Joel, say the thing that you're scared to say. And he just looks at her and says, I saved her. And Joel has that bit of guilt in him that he has basically doomed the world to never find a cure for this cordyceps outbreak, and that's weighing heavy on him. But he still loves Ellie, which is like the key thing that I think is going to be a big thing in this season as to why Joel does some of the things that he does. Just to jump back to that supermarket scene, the stalker that was in that store chasing Ellie. Ugh. Ooh, that was a bit terrifying. I was just like, oh, I hated that so much, and yet I loved it at the exact same time. Oh, it was so unnerving, and you can tell that these things, these cordyceps creatures, as I'm going to call them, they are getting smarter, and even Dina and Ellie were at a council meeting, and Joel's brother Tommy was like, you know, there was just one smart one. Like, what is there to worry about? They took care of it. Nothing to worry about. Although I do think that they're going to have to worry about it at some point later. Of course, Ellie goes to the New Year's Eve party. It is 2028 going into 2029 timeline wise, because the description said 5 years after. It's maybe a touch more than 5 years because it's going into 2029, but you know, just little logistic things. Dina and Ellie start to build out their relationship, but of course there was a bit of a party foul where Ellie, talked back to an older gentleman, and then Joel no clipped into the room and shoved the dude down on his butt, and then Ellie just tells Joel straight up, "I don't need your help," and both of them just go their separate ways afterwards, and we end the episode with everyone in Jackson, celebrating the new year, but also Abby's forces are also slowly but surely making their way to Jackson. So it'll be very interesting to see how it all plays out. This was a really good episode to come back with. Get everybody reintroduced, get new characters reintroduced to people who have actually played the games. Craig Mazin did an amazing job of writing and directing this episode. It was so well done, so well paced, so many great scenes in between all of the little nuanced moments in the episode. It was really, really, really good, and I am looking forward to the rest of this season. Although it is only 7 episodes, It's going to be a hell of a fun time to watch and break down and see everybody's reactions as to what is going to happen in this season. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time, and I look forward to talking about this with you guys because this is the next series that I'm going to do kind of episodic reviews over. I know Andor is going to be coming out next week, so look forward to that as well, episode breakdowns of that. But yeah, we're going to have Last of Us around here on the channel for a little bit. And then also Andor as well, as we wrap up Daredevil Born Again, which will be the finale will be coming out pretty soon for that. So stay tuned for that. But until next time, guys, be safe, and I'll catch you later.